What's up guys, welcome to your 8th PyGame tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you guys how to draw circles. So if you guys are thinking about using circles in your game, which there's like a 99% chance you probably will, this tutorial might be kind of useful. So let's go down to it and let's get started. Now when we use our circle function to draw, it's going to take 4 parameters. One of them is the screen, and the 3 other ones are color, position, and radius. So let's take care of those right now. The first is the color function. So let's go ahead and make a basic color. Let's make it something new, something like 230 by 170 by 0. Just make it something random. Make sure they're in the range of 0 from 255. So now we got a color. I have no idea what color it is. We're going to find out together. The next thing you have to do is position your radius, or excuse me, position the circle somewhere on the screen. So I'm going to put mine somewhere in the middle, and probably need a variable first. I'm going to put the position at like 300, that's somewhere in the middle, by 176. Close enough. So that's going to be somewhere in right near the middle of the screen. So the last thing I need is the radius. In the radius, in case you don't know from like I don't know, probably 9th grade or something, the radius is the point from the middle of your circle to the edge of it. So it's pretty much half the diameter, if you know what the diameter is. So I'm going to put the radius equal to 60. So now we got 3 variables: color, position, and radius. So now we can go ahead and draw our circle between our lock and unlock. So let's go ahead and PyGame draw circle is a name for this. Who would have guessed that? And in here, again, like I said, we take 4 parameters. The first one is what we want to draw to. That's our screen. Color, which is that random color. We don't know what it is. Maybe you do, but I don't. Position. Make sure I spelled both of those right. And radius. So now whenever we run this, if we don't have any errors, we can go ahead and see what we just did. And as you can see, we drew a circle in the middle of our screen that was I forgot. There we go. That was this color. Evidently it's kind of an orange color. The position was 300 across by 176 down, and the radius from this middle point right here to any edge, doesn't really matter, is 60 pixels. So this is 120 pixels wide. So that is your basics on how to draw a basic circle. I guess if you're watching this, your challenge would be to draw a circle and then another circle in it, and whoever can draw the best pair of boobs wins. And post it to me in a video response, and I will announce the winner in one of my upcoming tutorials. So that is your challenge. I gave you all the skills and tools that you needed. So I bid you farewell, have fun, and don't forget to subscribe, and make sure to check out my next tutorial. So again, thank you, and I'll see you next time. What's up guys, welcome to your 9th PyGame tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you guys how to draw an ellipse. Now what an ellipse is pretty much an uneven circle. It looks like a circle that was pushed in on the sides. And actually the world, Earth, is an ellipse. And if you know why, then leave me a comment and tell me. I'm dying to know. But anyways, the point of this tutorial is to show you how to draw an ellipse. Now of course we can't just do it the same way we draw a circle, because it's pretty much a totally different thing. So what Python decided to do is to give you a rectangle, and it pretty much puts a rectangle on the screen, and pretty much if you put a circle and try to fit it inside a rectangle, that would give you an ellipse. So that's what Python allows you to do, or PyGame in other words. So the first thing it needs is a color. So let's go ahead and write color and set this equal to RGB value. Set it equal to 0, 255, 255. Just first thing that popped in. That's not a 0, that's an O, isn't it? Don't want that. So the next thing you need is a rectangle. Now the rectangle, let's go ahead and call it a rectangle. Now the rectangle is going to take 4 parameters. The first two numbers are the position of it, so let's put 40 and 80 down. Now the next two parameters are the size of it, so let's write it 150 by 90. So this is a rectangle that's 40 by 80, and that's the position, and the size is 150 by 90. But we aren't going to make a rectangle, we're going to want to fit an ellipse into it. We just need a rectangle as a parameter. So let me show you guys what this does, and I'll explain after I show you, and it'll make a lot more sense. Let's go ahead and write PyGame, the draw module, and inside is Ellipse, two L's in that. Take note. Now it takes three parameters: screen, the color, and of course that rectangle one. Now let me go ahead and print this out, and I'll show you guys, or explain to you guys what it does. As you can see, we now have an ellipse that is this color. And what a rectangle, why we need that rectangle? Well, let me show you the parameters: screen, color, and then rectangle. If we were to make a rectangle, it would be 40 across, 80 down, and then it would be 150 wide by 90 down. So that is why you need to make kind of an imaginary rectangle, and that is where your ellipse fits into. PyGame thought that this was the easiest way to make that you can make it so you can make an ellipse. So that's how they did it. They made you like kind of have an imaginary rectangle as one of the parameters. So again, actually that's kind of the color of the Earth's water if you're looking at it from space. So anyways, your challenge is to tell me why the world is an ellipse, and then once you figure that out, you're ready to move on to the next tutorial. So that is the basics of how to draw an ellipse in PyGame. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next tutorial.